Over the years, Americans have been showing their support for troops in a variety of different ways. Tuesday, 2 individuals were recognized for their efforts to show the men and women of the armed forces what they are doing matters. Petty Officer Andrew Holloway brings us more on how 2 people have affected so many lives.
Every day, troops are shown over and over again how much America backs them in their struggle against terrorism. Tuesday at the Pentagon, a familiar face to most received recognition for his unwavering support of troops and their families fighting for his and every other American's freedoms.
My work is incredibly trivial and unimportant compared with their work, and anything I can do to get across to the world and especially to Americans about how important the work of the men and women of the Defense Department and of the Armed Services is the best time I can spend in my whole life.
Ben Stein received the Office of the Secretary of Defense's Medal for Exceptional Public Service, an honor which is the Secretary of Defense's highest-level public service award. Mr. Stein has appeared in a number of films and TV shows and written over 30 books, his most recent of which, The Real Stars, In Today's America, Who Are the True Heroes?
I live near a number of quite famous movie stars, TV stars, and people say to me, what's it like to live among the real stars? And I always say to them, I don't live among the real stars. There are no stunt doubles for them. There's nobody there to go in and risk his life for them when the bullets and the bombs start flying. These guys do it for real, and when they lose their lives, they don't get up and do another take.
Ben Stein wasn't the only one receiving recognition at the Pentagon. The other was Bonnie Carroll. She is the founder and chairman of the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors, or TAPS, a program of which Ben Stein is an avid supporter and also honorary board member.
Families who have lost a loved one serving in the armed forces have made a tremendous sacrifice. Through TAPS, we've come together to help each other heal, to remember the light and the love that we've lost.
Who else in the whole world gives up as much for human decency as the American military family? Nobody does.
TAPS was founded following the death of 8 soldiers aboard an Army National Guard aircraft, one of which was Bonnie Carroll's husband, Brigadier General Tom Carroll. Since then, the program has given tens of thousands of family members support when they need it most. Some of those family members joined Miss Carroll and Mr. Stein at the inaugural TAPS Honor Guard Gala in Washington, D.C. Wednesday night. We go now to Air Force Master Sergeant Aaron Roberts, who was there.
Their mission is caring for the families of those who have died in service to America. Like Captain Maria Ortiz, the first Army nurse killed since Vietnam.
Wow, Maria, awesome, compassionate, amazing person, beautiful smile, brought warmth and joy to everyone that she touched. And she actually volunteered to go to Iraq.
At the inaugural TAPS Honor Guard Gala in Washington, D.C., family members, military leaders, and TAPS supporters gathered to recognize the work the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors is doing.
4 months ago, I couldn't say 2 words without shedding a tear. That doesn't mean that I won't shed one later. But the TAPS organization is a platform where all family members that have lost a loved one at home or in the service can come to and share their grief and allow us to come together where we can accept, understand, learn, and then start living again.
The Bells lost their son, Marine Lance Corporal Nicholas Curvin, in 2005. They say TAPS has been instrumental in helping them cope with his death.
So the connection that we have with the people that we've met through TAPS and the people that we've met at Arlington Cemetery are truly connected to us in a way that no one else is. So TAPS is an amazing organization, and it's been a lifesaver for us.
Since 1994, TAPS has provided emotional support, information, and resources to anyone affected by the death of a military loved one.
Your support of those who've served has been such an integral part of that service, of that sacrifice. And we who still serve, and many who no longer serve, must remain committed to ensuring that we never, ever forget that sacrifice, the meaning of it, what it represents for our country, what it represents for everything we stand for.
Ben Stein has been a longtime supporter of TAPS and was recognized at the gala for his contributions and commitment to America's service members and their families.
Of all the amazing things I've ever witnessed in my life, the most amazing, the most beautiful thing I've ever seen is that men and women from Prescott, Arkansas, and Sandpoint, Idaho, and Queens, New York, and Compton, California, will leave their homes and families to offer up their lives for us whom they have never met and never will meet. That is holy.
The Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors embraces those left behind and offers long-term help that can last for years. And all of their services are free. From Washington, D.C., I'm Air Force Master Sergeant Erin Roberts, Pentagon Channel News.
For more information on the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors, go to TAPS.org.